Hello, my name is Liz. This is Heretic Owl Tarot, and this is also the reading for Libra, wherever Libra is in your chart. This is a 3-card spread. The first card is your current energy. The second card is the energy that is leaving or that's no longer no longer serving you or surrounding you. I mean, either way. And then the third card is the energy that's coming in or that will be available to you. I'm just going to shuffle the cards a bunch of times and then we'll get your spread out. I would absolutely love it if you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Comment, like, all the things that YouTube loves. I love it too. I don't take the jumpers for this spread. I wonder, what was that card? The Magician. Very cool. This is a newer deck for me, so I go through every card when I do get a new deck, but then immediately forget. And that was the Magician card again. Interesting. Okay. Let me get a little more intentional here for Libra. Okay, there we go. And I apologize for the light. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. Current energy, we have the 4 of Cups. What's leaving, the 6 of Pentacles. And what's coming in, the 3 of Pentacles. Interesting. To clarify the 4 of Cups, we have the Lovers. To clarify the 6 of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Cups. And to clarify the 3 of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Wands. Okay. All right. Sorry. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of laughing because I remember like the last time I did the Libra reading, I was like, man, I feel like you guys have just really been fucking going through it for like the last little while. And I was also trying to think, I'm like, what is the reason for that? I wonder. Because I just get way too cerebral and I do start trying to figure out like, why are things happening? And I know like the South Node was just in Libra for the last 18 months. It just went into Virgo. Thank goodness. I'm sure hopefully you're feeling a little bit of relief from that. And the South Node is like kind of what you're leaving behind, what you need to release, right? So it was going through whatever house Libra is for you. So there could have been just a lot of shifting, a lot of, things falling off. Changes, right? But then I also remember too that Chiron is in Aries and has been in Aries for years now. I don't know exactly when. I don't know the exact date that Chiron went into Aries. But again, like wherever Aries is for you, there is this opposition happening with Chiron and whatever placements you have in Libra. So, that would be even just bringing up some wounding that you have in whatever house Aries is. And again, like whatever planets you have in Libra. So it is a lot of shedding, a lot of, healing is in there. But also like part of healing is like, first of all, being hurt in the first place. Second of all, like literally having to feel those things and how they affect you, right? Like where they have been living in your existence so that you can heal them in some capacity. And I was also halfway laughing because first of all, like, this looks like Mars to me up here, which it's a fire planet. So, it's interesting that it would be on a Cups card, but Mars is in Cancer right now, retrograde. And I think it's struggling there. I don't think that Mars likes to be in Cancer or I don't think Cancer likes Mars in it. When it's just like passing through. So, Cancer is a water sign. Four of Cups, Cups is water. The Four of Cups specifically talks about like boredom and lethargy. So it's almost like being bored about the people that are around you, or even like the cycles that you're in, the relationships that you have, how you've been approaching things, the decisions that you've made. Like there's something where there's maybe even just a level of disappointment there. Because the Lover's card, it's like a few different things. It's Gemini. So it's also, air energy, but it's about decisions and choices. It's also, the masculine and feminine energies, not necessarily the gender, but it could be, of course, if that is your situation, but it's the masculine energy of initiating and going for it and making shit happen and, pulling your muscle around or whatever. And the feminine energy of receiving, nurturing, intuition, right? So it's kind of like the dance between those two energies. So again, you could be kind of disappointed in the choices that you have. You could be, again, even just bored with it. Like, honestly, I'm kind of sick of this thing continuously coming up for me. Like, maybe it is an issue that keeps coming up. It could even be a perception that you have. Like, you're potentially, allegedly, assuming that somebody feels a certain way about you. And that's playing a part in the decisions that you make or the energy that you're in, whether that's masculine or feminine. Right? Very interesting. And what's leaving is the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. And also, it doesn't even feel like it doesn't even feel like it's leaving. Actually, it feels like an energy that is no longer serving you. It's interesting. We have Jupiter up here too, and Jupiter is in Gemini right now. Also retrograde. Mars is retrograde. I think I mentioned that. So also like really be aware that if things are not moving forward in a way, or if you do find yourself having those thoughts of like, why am I even like back in this situation, this cycle, this conversation, this energy, whatever it is, right? Like you're back there because there is something that you haven't got yet. There's something that needs your attention. Again, like the lesson was not quite all the way learned yet. Because if it was, it wouldn't be a problem. Even, like the two cups, like those two cups are these same cups. And it's like literally offering the same fucking thing, but maybe changing a couple words around or changing even, the liquid that's in the cups, but it's the same fucking cups, right? It's the same cups. Let them go, right? However that looks. Trash the cups. And obviously, I'm using cups in a analogy or metaphor. A metaphorical way, like whether it is like the way that you are feeling about a thing, if that is the same way that you have felt about this thing, whatever this Lover's card is, then that is the story that is keeping you in this cycle. That is the story that is keeping you stuck. There is a different story. There is a different way and not to mention too, like the truth of the situation is different than the way that you're perceiving it. Or that even the way that you feel about it, have felt about it, have attached some belief to it. And we have the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups for what is leaving. What was coming through is not relying so much on other people, either to feel a certain way, to, it's like emotional monitoring is how it feels. But also like even just the impact that has on you, right? Like it could be feeling too dependent on other people, codependency too. Because I mean, we have these two little wolves or dogs here, and they're both carrying this bindle, I think is what that's called. Like a stick that has like, a little package or little bundle at the end of it. So it does feel codependent in some capacity. And even, the imagery with the snakes on the Seven of Cups, couple different things with that. First of all, anytime I see snakes, I think of shedding skin. And the reason snakes shed their skin is because they literally outgrow it. They either outgrow it or it's like repairing an injury, right? Like if they have like an injured scale or something, like through the shed, right? They shed the injured scale and it's replaced with another one. I'm pretty sure that's what snakes do too. I know like spiders will do that. But it's almost like hindering your own growth or like keeping yourself small. This codependency thing is like keeping yourself small because maybe you are worried about your options. Like there's room for growth here. And also this is, like I said, this is what is no longer serving you. However that comes to, like, to look outside of yourself to determine how you should feel, right? Like, again, the whole emotional monitoring thing, it's really not helping you. At least like coming from that energy point, right? Like, because over here we have the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. The Three of Pentacles is collaborating with other people, but instead of like codependent, because just one of these dogs could carry this, right? Like, both of them don't need to be involved. But at the same time, I'm like, that was probably the compromise. Like they both probably had to have this stick in their mouth. So the compromise was they were both going to carry it, which, I mean, again, like codependence, right? Both people feeling like they, have to carry the same load. Interesting. And also, we were talking about the Four of Cups. These are the same two cups, up and down. And it's like whatever we said before. I don't want to necessarily like repeat it, but there's like 7 different cups here to choose from. So it could also even just be not looking at your options fully. Whether that is options for assistance, for help, in some capacity. Like it's interesting because like there would be some resource available to you, some sort of help available to you, but it's like you're maybe not even considering that as being an option. So over here with the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, this would almost feel like using those resources, collaborating with other people. And also, I mean, like the help would come fast because the Eight of Wands is very fast moving, like things moving forward quickly. And it could just be because, you did discover a resource, like you looked at the options that were available to you, you considered a resource that was available to you, reached out to them. How can I do this? How can I, whatever, like make this happen? And it does, like, period. I literally feel like there's nothing else that I could say about those two cards. And I found something. I found something to say. Like the people, whatever the program is, the resources, whatever it is, right? Like that is their job. Like that's what it's there for, is to provide that service, to make things happen for you. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.